City and the Tigers saluting their fans this year. 3 million strong coming through the turnstiles here in downtown Detroit, and they are the stars of the game here this afternoon. Tigers and Royals wrap up this 4-game series here at Comerica Park. We'll check out the starting lineup for the visiting Kansas City Royals, presented by the Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Alcides Escobar will be in that starting lineup today for the Royals. Lowe, Escobar, and Gordon, your top 3. Followed by the DH Billy Butler, Salvador Perez catching, Mike Moustakas at third, Francoeur, Hosmer, and Giavotella your bottom 3. Doug Fister on the hill for the Tigers. He is presented by Soaring Eagle Casino.
Doug Fister just seems to pitch his best baseball in the month of September. He did that last year when the Tigers acquired him from the Seattle Mariners, and he's doing it again this year. And his last start, the best of his career, it was a complete game shutout against the Minnesota Twins.
And so Fister ready to go back to work now as he faces the Royals here in the final game of the series, final home game of the regular season for Detroit. David Lowe will start things off, then Alcides Escobar and Alex Gordon. Tigers in search of the sweep in this 4-game series. Here's the windup by Fister in the first pitch. It's a strike called on David Lowe. 59 degrees our game time temperature. A little bit of a breeze today. David Lowe in the series 1 for 4, has an RBI and a 2-base hit. Tried to check it, couldn't do it, and the count quickly is 0-2. Tigers are playing their best baseball down the stretch. They've won the first 3 in this series, trying to make it 4 straight before they hit the road. Now the 0-2. Lowe fouls it back out of play. 244 hitter David Lowe getting a chance to play in center field. Gerard Dyson has a sore shoulder, so Lowe has played the last couple of nights. And again the 0-2. Inside, straighten him up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fister in his last home start, gunning for his 11th win of the season. 10-9 coming in. Here's the 1-2. Bouncing ball right back past the pitcher, but backing him up is Infante, and Lowe is out.
You know, Omar is at his familiar position. That would be at second base. Let's take a peek at the remainder of the defensive alignment this afternoon, put out there by Jim Leyland. Berry getting a start for the second consecutive day in left. Dirks over in right, Fielder and Cabrera on the corners. Peralta is the shortstop, and Alex Avila is the catcher today.
Alcides Escobar will stand in now for the Royals. 1 out, nobody on. He drops down a bunt back to the mound, much too sharply, and Fister throws him out.
The key to bunting for a base hit, and Escobar is a very good bunter, but this time he did not stay in the batter's box. He was simply running as he was bunting the baseball, and when you're moving as much as he's moving here with your feet, it's not going to be a good bunt. And if you're going to bunt successfully when Fister's on the mound, it nearly has to be a perfect bunt. He's a really good fielder.
2 gone now for Alex Gordon, batting .293. He's had himself a pretty good series, including a homer, couple of RBIs, and he's been a doubles machine this series. Added 2 more in this series. It was a ball outside, 1-0 on Gordon.
He had a great year last year, and they gave him a really nice long contract, and he got off to a really slow start this year, trying to live up to that contract. But the last 3 months, he's been one of your better hitters in the American League.
Had a really solid month of August, and you see 51 2-base hits. Only Hal McRae has hit more in a single season, and that was way back in 1977. Here's the 1-1. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike on Alex Gordon.
Came to the big leagues as a third baseman. Much heralded third baseman. And now playing left field, and boy, is he a good defender out there.
So Fister now falls behind, 3 balls, 1 strike. .293 this year for Gordon, 69 RBIs. And he fouls it back off the end of the bat, 3-2. Billy Butler waiting in the on-deck circle.
Big bad Billy Butler.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fisker strikes him out, and a good start for the Tigers righty. 1-2-3 go the Royals. Game, bring a copy of the box score to a participating Arby's location tomorrow. You know the drill by now. You get a free small order of curly fries. Well, the Tigers starting lineup is presented by Big Boy. Miguel Cabrera continues his search for a triple crown. And the lineup today features Jackson at the top, Berry in left, Miggy playing third, Prince Fielder at first base, Delman Young, Dirks, Peralta, Avila, and Infante rounded out today for Detroit. And they are facing Luis Mendoza, who throws strike one to Austin Jackson. Big series for Jackson, 6 out of 11. The 0-1 pitch is rolled foul. No balls and 2 strikes.
Kansas City, one of those clubs that Jackson just loves to see come to town, or even when they go to Kansas City, his numbers career very good overall against Royals pitching.
Here's the 0-2. And it missed outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jackson. Tigers certainly have team goals first and foremost, but Jackson certainly would love to finish the season above 300. And he shoots that one foul back out of play. A bounce back season for Austin over his 2011 numbers.
181 strikeouts last year for Jackson, just 129 this year. Batting average way up as well. All the numbers much better.
And the 1-2 is swung on and missed. Down he goes. It's a strikeout for Mendoza, and he is presented today by Fox Toyota of Rochester Hills.
That's his signature pitch, that sinker ball that he just threw to Jackson at 93 miles an hour. He checks in with 8 wins and 9 losses, a 4.44 ERA. He's not necessarily a strikeout pitcher, gets lots of ground balls. As a matter of fact, 63% of the outs that Mendoza has recorded this year have been on the ground.
Here's Quentin Berry batting in the 2 slot again today for the Tigers, and he looks at strike one. Berry is 0 for 8 in the series and has done pretty well this year against right-handed pitching. And Jim Leland has made up his mind that Berry right now is getting the starts over Brendan Bosch against right-handers. Here's the 1-1. Slap to third base. Tough hop for Moustakas. Going to have to hurry. And his throw is high. And he threw it away. Berry is on his way to second. He is in there standing up.
Mike Moustakas is about as sure-handed as any third baseman in the league, but once he mishandles this ground ball and it trickles 3 feet to his left, he had to rush his throw with Barry running, and that's why he made a poor throw, and he gets an error on the play.
Moustakas came into this game leading all American League third baseman in fielding percentage. That one ate him up a little bit, and his throw was wide. So the Tigers have an early scoring opportunity, and they've got the big guns coming up. Here is Miguel Cabrera batting .327, but he's been slowed in this series by KC pitching. 1 out of 11, and they have charged Moustakas with 2 errors on that play. 1 on the bobble and 1 on the throw. And it's shot to right field, base hit. Barry coming to third. They're going to stop him there, and especially with Frank Coors' arm in right field.
Real nice approach here by Miguel Cabrera. That's a fastball, a running fastball inside, and he just kind of fights the ball off between that huge hole in between first base and second base. And I don't know about you, partner, but it has looked like to me the last couple of games Miguel's been trying to hit some home runs, trying to win that Triple Crown. Therefore, he has popped up quite often, but that was a good approach.
Well, he almost hit one out last night. That ball that was hit to the wall that Gordon made a play on. But it is indeed good to see him go the other way. So that'll set up Prince Fielder now with runners at first and third. And he shoots one to left field. That's going to drop, base hit. Barry will score. Cabrera's on his way to third. It's misplayed at left by Gordon, but they're going to stop the runner at third base. 1-0 Detroit.
Those last 2 swings are the main reason why this is the most lethal 3-4 combination in all of baseball. As a rule of thumb, against a sinker ball pitcher, and Mendoza would fall into that category, neither Miggy nor Prince tried to do too much damage against him. They just simply flipped the ball the opposite way, both of them, and were rewarded with singles. Here's those 2 swings by the 2 big fellas. Classic inside out.
Fielder came in batting .335 at home. He's just picked up his 105th RBI. Here's a drive in the air to right center field. Lowe is on the run. Francoeur is on the run, and Francoeur with a sparkling backhanded catch. The run will score from third as Cabrera comes in, and it's 2-0 Detroit. So a good start to this one for the Tigers. Delman gets his 74th RBI. The fielder hit, by the way, is ruled a single E7, allowing him to get to second base. 2-0 Detroit. Here is Andy Dirks with 2 outs. And he swings and sends a ground ball to left. Here comes Fielder. They're going to send him home. Gordon has an arm. Here's a throw to the plate. See you later. Fielder is out by 5 feet as Alex Gordon cuts him down. Tigers get a pair. We go to the second. by Comerica Bank. Strength and stability since 1849. Dodge. Visit Dodge.com or see your local dealer today. And by Marie Callender's frozen meals. Better than homemade. 3 million fans coming through the turnstiles this year. Tigers with their fan appreciation days here at the ballpark as we wind down the home season. And Billy Butler stands in, looks at a breaking ball strike. 2-0 in favor of Detroit. Alex Gordon picked up his 15th assist by nailing Fielder at the plate. That's in there, and quickly 0-2 on Butler.
Gordon had 20 assists last year and won a Gold Glove. And playing that left field position.
You're playing with fire when you run on the corners in the outfield against KC. The 0-2 is popped up. Right side of the infield. That is Infante. Backpedaling for the out. 4 up, 4 down against the right-hander.
Here's how you make really good throws to home plate. With Prince running from second base, Gordon knows he has a lot of time. He takes his time, and he throws a one-hopper to the catcher who caught the ball, and Prince was about 5 feet from home plate. Very accurate throwing arm. He and both Francoeur have tremendous accuracy from that right field and the left field positions in that Kansas City outfield.
Meanwhile, Fister continues to throw strikes as he gets ahead of Salvador Perez.
Rusty Kuntz, who is the first base coach for the Kansas City Royals, and he also handles the outfielders. Does marvelous work with their base runners. And of course, we've already well documented how well the outfielders throw. Rusty is a great baseball man. I mean, great baseball man.
Here's the 0-2. Bouncing ball back up the middle, and Peralta can't get it into center field. One out single for Perez.
Have you ever had much interaction with Rusty Kuntz at all?
Bit, not a whole lot, a little bit. He was a teammate of yours, wasn't he?
84. Yeah. We played rookie ball together, though. We started our professional careers together.
Oh, so you go way back.
1977.
Here's Mike Moustakas. Moustakas batting .243, shoots one in the air to shallow left. Quentin Berry coming in. 2 gone. Perez holding at first base. Hey, by the way, this game today is available in stunning, sparkling, high definition on Fox Sports Detroit HD, sponsored by Xfinity from Comcast. With 2 gone now, here is Francoeur, who homered in the ball game last night. The Royals built a 4-1 lead last night. Francoeur's homer made it 4-1. They could not hold it, though. The Tigers hit a couple of long balls of their own, Avila and Jackson. And the last 2 nights here at the ballpark, we have seen 2 of the better games the Tigers have been involved in this year. The Sanchez sparkling outing 2 nights ago, and the comeback yesterday.
That slide by Andy Dirks in the 8th inning last night was tremendous.
There's a drive down the left field line. That ball is up. It is hooking, and it is foul. It just kept going left.
Francoeur hit that breaking ball from Doug Fister like he knew it was coming. He waited and waited and waited, and he still caught it out in front, which allowed the ball to hook foul.
Chris Cuccione was right on it down the third base line. 0-2 on Francoeur.
Foxmo had a cover too.
Oh, he hit it. Francoeur hit by the pitch. And that's going to put 2 on. It was so loud it sounded like it hit the bat. Front wrist. Here comes Hosmer now with the tying runs on. Hosmer at .232. But he has done very little, if anything, in this series. 0 for 11. Hosmer has taken a step back this year after a really good rookie season in which he finished third in the Rookie of the Year voting behind Hellickson and Trumbo.
If you're the Kansas City Royals, I'm thinking that they probably believe he will get back to what he did last year versus how poorly he performed this year.
Berry will run this one down to the corner, and that is that. No runs, a hit better, 2 left. A double error by Mike Moustakas got things rolling for the Tigers.
And then a couple of unselfish at-bats by Miguel Cabrera and also Prince Fielder taking the Mendoza sinker ball the opposite way. Prince Fielder drives in one, followed by Delman Young's sac flying to the outfield. And then Alex Gordon in left field after a dirt single gets his 15th assist of the season, throwing Fielder out at home plate.
Moustakas scobbles that one up and makes the throw across the diamond. Peralta's out. One gone here in the second. Mendoza trying to win his first road start since August the 11th when he won at Camden Yards, beat Baltimore 7-3. He is out of Veracruz, Mexico, 28 years old. Here comes one of the hitting heroes from last night. That would be Alex Avila. Tigers been very aggressive. The last 5 Tigers now have put the first pitch in play. Avila now with 9 home runs on the season, batting .248. That's it for a strike. Both Mendoza and Fisker have come out throwing strikes, pounding the zone. Here's the 0-1. Bouncing ball right side. That's a fair ball behind the bag. Easy play for Hosmer. 2 gone.
Let's set the defensive alignment for you for the Kansas City Royals today. Gordon, Lowe, Francoeur in the outfield. Moustakas, Escobar, Gianvitella, Hosmer in the infield. And 5 pickoffs already this year and by the young catcher Salvador Perez.
So with 2 outs, here is Omar Infante. Tigers 2 runs, 3 hits. Royals no runs, 1 hit. One ball to no strikes. Infante watches it right into the glove for strike one. Omar 3 out of 10 in this series. Here is Mendoza's 1-1 pitch. Ground ball left side, deep in the hole. Going to be a tough play for Escobar. Off the mark, and it gets by the first baseman Hosmer into the dugout, send Infante to second base.
That is already the fourth error that Kansas City has made here today.
And that's an example of Escobar's range getting him in trouble. Hit and an error.
Well, he probably shouldn't have thrown it. Hosmer over at first base tried to come off the bag, and he tried to pick it to help Escobar out, but he wasn't fortunate enough to do so, and because of that, Infante now standing on second base with 2 outs.
Escobar this year has been a highlight reel unto himself, but that time he just couldn't get enough on the throw.
And Derek Jeter, the only player that I know that makes that play with regularity by getting to the ball and then a very accurate throw over to first base.
Jackson looks at ball one. Perez walking out to the mound after being crossed up by Mendoza. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball, a little bit outside. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 errors for Moustakas, 1 for the left fielder Gordon, and 1 now for the shortstop Escobar. A total of 4 already in this game. Here's the 2-0. 3-0 on Jackson, who came in 5 for 7 in his career against Mendoza. Although Mendoza struck him out in the first. That's in for ball 4. High and in tight, and a 4-pitch walk for Jackson. He'll put 2 aboard. And the first walk in this game for Mendoza. And now Quentin Berry. It has been a while since the Royals have committed 4 errors in a game. You got to go back to 2009. Tigers able to take advantage of a couple of them back in the first. Berry reaching on that double error by Moustakas. Lifted down the left field line, foul, back out of play. 0-1 on Berry. Two on for the Tigers. We're in the second inning in a 2-0 ball game. Detroit got a pair in the first. Here's the 0-1. Pulled fair inside the bag at first. Down the line it goes. Infante scores, and here comes Jackson. He'll score as well. Berry goes to third. He's in there sliding safely. 4-0 Detroit.
The 4th error of the game so far by the Kansas City Royals, costly. Mendoza then walks Jackson on 4 pitches, and a 92-mile-per-hour fastball ripped right past Hosmer. And by the time Francoeur comes up with it, Quentin Berry, with his speed, able to get another triple.
6 triples this season for Quentin Berry
in limited playing time.
Jackson leads the league with 10, and Berry has 6. And it looks like he might have an injury they want to tend to now down the first base line. It might be Hosmer. He was holding that right bicep area. Tigers got 2 in the first, now 2 more here in the second. They came in with a 1-game lead over Chicago in the Central.
Kind of hard to tell exactly what Hosmer did there. Looked like a natural attempt.
He'll stay in the game. He's going to bring up Miguel Cabrera. We check out the Jimmy John's leaderboard, and Miguel Cabrera, as he chases the Triple Crown. These are updated numbers now. Cabrera had a single in the first, so he's batting .328. He's trailing Hamilton and leading in RBIs.
And Miguel is putting together collectively one of the best offensive seasons many of us have ever seen.
Shoots this one in the air to center. And that is going to be caught by David Lowe to end the inning. Tigers get 2 more runs. And you're watching Tigers baseball today, presented by Bell Tire. Sports Detroit is brought to you by Arby's. Try Arby's new hot turkey roasters. It's the greatest thing since sliced roast beef. And by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. Well, Doug Fister now has a 4-0 lead to work with as we go to the top of the third here at the ballpark. Johnny Giavotella leads it off, and he takes strike 1. Giavotella, then the top of the lineup, David Lowe and Alcides Escobar. There's a bouncing ball foul, third base side.
Doug Fister looking just as good as he did 5 days ago against the Minnesota Twins when he pitched a complete game shutout. He is 8 of 9 in first pitch strikes and has only thrown 5 balls in the 26 total pitches thrown.
That one just missed. Well, in his last half inning, he threw 11 strikes and 1 ball, and the only pitch that he missed with was the one that he hit Francoeur with. So nothing but strikes here today for Doug Fister. 1-2 on Giavotella. Sends a ground ball foul.
If you're a pitcher, right-handed or left-handed, and you do not have an overpowering fastball, and boy, you ought to study a guy like Doug Fister. Nothing but strikes, moves the ball around, changes eye levels, good breaking ball. Fields his position very well. Does a lot of things right on the bump.
Giavotella giving him a battle here.
You do not have to throw 95 miles an hour to be effective at this level if you could change speeds the way that Fister does.
No walks, 7 strikeouts in 117 pitches on Saturday as he beat the Twins. Here's the 1-2 again. And a ground ball to third. Short hop for Cabrera. Nicely done. One gone.
That's one of those plays where Miguel had to create a difficult hop for himself, which was a short hop with Giavotella running. If he backs up on this play and tries to get a better hop, then more than likely he does not throw Giavotella out.
Here's David Lowe. Left side of the infield on the pop-up and caught there by Johnny Peralta. 2 gone. Let's go back to the studio now for a game break. Here's Ryan Field. All right, Ryan, thanks. Yeah, the 4-game series against the Rays is going to be a challenge for the White Sox, considering how hot Tampa is right now, and they're battling for their playoff lives as well.
And you add in the fact of just how poorly the White Sox have played in their last 9 games.
They're pretty much in a free fall right now. Tigers been able to take advantage of it. Here's the 1-0 to Escobar. Cetus bounced out his first time up. Fister had a 1-2-3 first, looking for a 1-2-3 third. Good pitch. 1-2. Tampa right now finds itself 3 games back in the wild card. Orioles and Oakland still control those 2 wild card spots in the AL. As well as the Angels have played, they can't pick up any ground. They're 2 back. Ball low, 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, third base side. Cabrera. And a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Still 4-0 Detroit.
You can join Craig Monroe for a Twitter chat during the 4th and 5th innings. Be part of the conversation at hashtag AskSimo. That's Tigers Twitter chat with Craig Monroe during innings 4th and 5th.
Well, in the bottom of the 3rd, it'll be Prince Fielder leading it off for Detroit. We have a defensive change. Apparently Hosmer will leave the ball game. Had an arm problem diving for a ball, and so Brian Pena will take over at first base. Backup catcher on this team as well, Pena. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a ball outside to Prince. Fielder, Young, and Dirks. Base hit, RBI for Prince back in the 1st inning. 105 in the RBI column. Check swing, strike call.
Knew Prince Fielder was a really good player. And when he performed in the National League for the Milwaukee Brewers, hitting lots of home runs and driving in lots of runs, but I did not know he had the kind of leadership skills that he displayed on the field and off the field.
Fouled away. 2-2 the count. Well, Fielder, as we know, loves to smile, and when you see him operate in the clubhouse, I think you get a better idea because guys just tend to gravitate toward him.
He also reminds me a little bit like Victor Martinez in the regard of the relationship that he has with his 2 young boys.
Strike called, and Prince is punched out. He's not so sure. What does Mixter Foxtrack say about this? Disagrees.
Generous call there for Mendoza.
Here's Delman Young. He'll shoot one right to the 3rd baseman Moustakas. 2 gone.
And DY has not seen a first pitch strike, curveball, breaking ball, changeup that he doesn't like. He likes to have.
That'll bring up Andy Dirks. Singled back in the 1st inning, and his base hit resulted in Prince Fielder being thrown out at the plate. Mendoza brings in a hook, but it missed outside. 1-0. One and one. Tigers today have out-hit the Royals 5-1. They lead 4-0. Driven to right field. Hit pretty well. Francoeur is on the run. He'll get to the warning track. And a 1-2-3 inning for Mendoza. one to look forward to. Miller time later in today's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. It has been a very efficient start for Doug Fister. In fact, he has thrown 12 pitches in each of the first 3 innings. That means 36 for the game so far, and it'll be Alex Gordon to lead it off in a 4-0 contest. Tigers trying to go up a game and a half on Chicago. They will start a series tonight against the Tampa Bay Rays. Gordon struck out ending the first inning, 0 for 1. And Fister slings one in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gordon has a couple of doubles and a homer in the series. The 1-1 pitch is a little bit outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Royals came in with 70 victories, 70-85 their record, as their season begins to wind down. Bouncing ball right side. Infante's been busy in this series. He has gobbled up a lot of ground balls. 1 away. He's going to bring up Billy Butler. Butler is 0 for 1 with a pop-up. Tigers have 83 wins overall. They're trying to win their 50th game of the season here at home, and obviously this will be their last shot in the regular season. If they get it today, it would mark the 4th consecutive year in which they've gotten 50 or more wins. A shattered bat, and Butler ambles down the line. He's out by a wide margin. 2 gone. Time now for the Bernstein Advantage scouting report. Get the Bernstein Advantage. We go to bat for you. Remember when the Tigers lost that makeup game in Chicago?
They were 3 back after this game. After that game.
Here's what's happened since. Sox have imploded. They've gone 2-7, and their average with men in scoring position is 123. Tigers, meanwhile, have gone 6-3 in that stretch, and that's why Jim Leyland's bunch is in first place. Here's Salvador Perez. There's a strike call. 0-1 on Perez, who had a single, and that was back in the second, and to this point the only hit for KC. One ball, 1 strike. Fister looking like, well, Doug Fister here this afternoon. Very efficient. That's fouled off. Giving up just the 1 hit. Fister in his time in a Tigers uniform has been very impressive since they got him at the trading deadline last year from Seattle. He is 18-10 with an ERA of under 3, 2.90. Big time dividends in September last year and this year. Hayden in the outside corner. See you later. Perez is out on strikes. Another 1-2-3 inning for Doug Fister. Question this afternoon. This, of course, being the final home game of the regular season this year. We thought we'd ask this question during the last game at Tiger Stadium. That was back in 1999. Which Tigers outfielder wore the Ty Cobb tribute jersey? And in that game, the Tigers wore the jerseys paying tribute to the old-time Tigers. Well, which one wore the Ty Cobb tribute jersey? Here's the last out of that game. This was a day to remember in Tigers history. 13 years ago today, the Detroit Tigers and Todd Jones putting the finishing touches on that game. Johnny Peralta leads it off. Ball 1 to Peralta. Avila and Infante will follow here. It is 4-0 in favor of Detroit. One ball, one strike. Johnny bounced out to the third baseman his first time up. Mendoza giving up a couple in the first inning when they committed 3 errors in that frame. And then another error by Escobar in the second, leading to 2 more runs. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Peralta goes fishing. One gone.
Hey fans, Detroit's #1 mascot Paws is available to appear at your next special event. Bring Major League fun to birthday parties, corporate events, parades, school functions. To book Paws for your next special event, call 313-471-2188 or visit tigers.com/Paws.
Might have to book Paws for my birthday next year.
Next year?
He's going to have to come down to spring training, though. It's in the middle of March. Paws will make the trip, don't you think?
Yeah. You got that big one coming up next year?
We don't want to talk about that, Rod.
That's a good one, though, man.
Big 5-0 next year.
That is a good one.
Paws is going to have to show up for that. See if I can get a cut rate deal on Paws coming down to Lakeland.
That might be my birthday present to you if you really want Paws. We can arrange it.
Now that would be classic. I can see you writing the check. Alex Avila batting, 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the 4th inning, 4-0 Detroit. Avila grounded out his first time up. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1 on Alex. Big home run in last night's ball game. Tigers trailed 4-1, and then Avila hit a 2-run shot in the 4th inning. That started the comeback. Ball outside. 3-1. Here's Infante waiting on deck. That ball that Avila hit last night was no cheapie. He hit that thing to right center field. Real deep part of this ballpark.
It was right in his happy zone. And most left-handers just love the ball in that area. A little 92-mile-per-hour fastball from Jeremy Guthrie, the starter. Giving up homers really nothing new for Guthrie. Boy, he's given up 30 this year.
And Jackson later in that inning followed with a solo shot to tie it up.
Guthrie a free agent after the season is over, and he's going to get some looks. He's got a nice skill set. 95 with his fastball, curve, slider, change. Pitching well in the American League Central.
Ground ball, fair ball out of the reach of a diving Moustakas. Avila motoring to second. Here comes the throw off target. Tag. Got him. Oh, my goodness. Another assist for Alex Gordon.
That would be number 16 on the season for the Gold Glove winner of a season ago. They've got 19 assists from their right fielder, Francoeur. And here's one of these plays where Avila just put his head down and he ran. If he could do it all over again, he would round the bag hard at first base, knowing that Gordon has a hose for an arm in the outfield, and he probably wouldn't try to stretch that single into a double.
Nice reach back by Giavotella.
Can you imagine how far he'd have been out if the throw would have been on the money?
Yeah, by a wide margin. 5 feet at least. There are your assist numbers. The Royals had 50 of them.
Second consecutive season they were going to lead the majors in assists from the outfield.
Lowe will run this one down, and Fonte is out. Inning is over. On our way to the 5th. Sports Detroit is brought to you by Bell Tire. Get the lowest tire price, period. Bell Tire. And by Toyota. Brought to you by your Greater Detroit Toyota dealers. Hey, by the way, you can vote for your Tigers McDonald's Player of the Game, presented by the Daily Double Burger at McDonald's for only $1.99. Using your cell phone, text Tigers, followed by a space, then the player's uniform number to 37338. Doug Fister has to be high on that list. It's looked awfully good as we go to the 5th inning. He has given up just 1 hit, and Mike Moustakas will lead things off. Breaking ball bouncing in, 1-0. Moustakas, Francoeur, and Pena. 4 runs, 6 hits for Detroit. No runs, 1 hit, and 4 errors for KC. A sloppy game for the Royals so far. 1 ball, 1 strike on Moustakas. Moustakas has 20 home runs this year, and it had been a while since a Royals third baseman hit 20 or more in a season. In fact, Dean Palmer was the last to do it for the Royals back in 1998. And the 1-2 straightened him up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Real nice ratio on the pitch count for Doug Fister so far today. 50 thrown. Only 14 have missed the strike zone. And many of those by design. He has straightened up a couple of the right-handers and left-handers with good, firm fastballs inside.
Now Moustakas will step out. He flied out to left field his first time up. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
We haven't seen many of these pitches today. It's a changeup. And really the changeup is designed just to keep the hitter off balance. It's right down the middle, and Moustakas swings right over the top of it. It was a great move last season by David Dombrowski to really be persistent. And while he was pursuing Doug Fister, he was told about 3 or 4 times no by Jack Zurinsek, who is the general manager of Seattle, when they were trying to acquire him. And finally, Dave was able to put a package together that Zurinsek liked. And that's one of the reasons why they were able to get Doug Fister from Seattle.
Jeff Francoeur, the batter. Do you remember when Fister was acquired, how fans kind of just thought, man, okay, we got another arm, no big deal. I mean, it wasn't a big sexy name, it wasn't a big power pitcher. And all Fister did down the stretch was win and win and win.
He did not get any run support whatsoever when he was pitching for Seattle, but when he came to Detroit, they gave him some run support, and that's when the win total went way up, but the stuff was still the same.
Wave and a miss. Francoeur is out of there. 3 straight strikeouts.
There is not one pitch that Fister throws that's straight. He calls that a cut fastball, but it acts like a slider.
September 2011, 2012, 8-1 with a 1.33 ERA. He was the pitcher of the month last September. Not very many walks and a whole bunch of strikeouts. Pena fouls it off. Pena getting his first at bat. He took over for Hosmer, who left the game. And this is only the second appearance in the big leagues at first base for Brian Pena. .254 hitter. Ball high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pena looks at a strike, and now he's in the hole in the count, 1-2. Doug just continues to get ahead of just about every hitter he has faced today. Needed only 10 pitches in the 4th inning. It's been really economical. And he got him. Strike 3.
Look at it, Mr. Fister.
5 strikeouts in the game for Doug Fister. 3 of them in this inning. Moustakas, Francoeur, Pena. Tigers baseball presented by Bell Tire.
Everybody that's in contention for the Triple Crown is going to be in huge contention for the MVP. I know that Trout's done a great job.
Back here at the ballpark as Miguel Cabrera again continues to search for that Triple Crown and looking for a strong stretch run. Cabrera will be batting 3rd in this inning as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Mendoza back to the hill and delivers a strike. Austin Jackson leading things off, then Quentin Berry, then Cabrera. Rolled foul, 3rd base side. Austin Jackson scored a run in the 2nd inning, his 100th of the 2012 campaign. His career high was his rookie season just 2 years ago, 103. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jackson had a base on ball, scored ahead of the triple by Berry in the second. Now Mendoza's 1-2. Swing and a miss. One out. Well, in some ways, surprise on the line is the Central Division title, and of course, a spot in the postseason. Tigers came in today, 1-game lead against Chicago. And the White Sox have Tampa Bay at home. Tigers wrapping up this 4-game series here with the KC Royals. Here's Berry. Strike one. Here's the 0-1. Bouncing ball. Left side of the infield. And Escobar will throw him out. There are 2 gone. Well, Ned Yost, before the series started, talked about Miguel Cabrera and his search for the MVP and the Triple Crown.
Anybody that's in contention for the Triple Crown is going to be in huge contention for the MVP. I know that Trout's done a great job and had a great year, but I think that Miguel Cabrera is the MVP for me.
Well, that's Ned Yost and his thoughts, and I think a lot of managers around the league share his thoughts. As Cabrera stands in, and he takes strike one.
Not only the managers, but a lot of Cabrera's peers also believe that he should be the 2012 most valuable player in the American League.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Have you ever seen a guy have an all-around offensive season like Miguel Cabrera since you've been broadcasting baseball?
Not at all. And it's, I think sometimes, Rod, more than just the numbers, it's the incredible presence that he brings to the plate with every one of his at-bats. I mean, many times you'll see opposing teams just kind of hang over the railing because they want to watch him hit. It's been impressive. There's a hard one-hopper hit to the shortstop. Escobar gobbles this one up. And it's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Mendoza. 5 in the books here at the ballpark. Tigers on top. The AT&T trivia question again here this afternoon was, during the last game at Tiger Stadium, which Tigers outfielder wore the Ty Cobb tribute jersey? Of course, that would be a numberless jersey, and Gabe Kapler was the answer to that question. He actually wore a jersey that night that did not have a number on its back. And Doug Fister goes back to the hill now as Johnny Giavotella leads it off. Royals bat in the 6th. Guess what? Strike one from Fister.
Oh, he's a machine.
Fister with 5 strikeouts, 4 of them consecutively.
If you're the Kansas City Royals, you know that he's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes. But the fact of the matter is the location is so good that basically he is pitching to your weakness. So if you swing at that first pitch strike, you're going to get yourself out.
Well, Giavotella finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Got him. Strike three. Man.
Take a look at this last pitch here to Giavotella. It is on the outer edges at about 90 miles an hour. And just about every single pitch he's thrown today, not one of them have been down the heart of the plate. Whether it be the fastball, whether it be the changeup, whether it be that real good breaking ball, Doug Fister has simply been on point here today.
There's David Lowe. He is east to west, west to east, and then when he needs to dot the outside corner with a fastball, he catches it looking.
He'll change your eye level, too, by going up in the zone with about 90 miles an hour. It looks very enticing, but it's very difficult to get to.
Doug now has struck out 6 the last 5 consecutive hitters. Lowe is 0 for 2, pop up and a ground out. Lifted back out of play. 2-1 the count.
It's to the point this afternoon where Fister is commanding all his pitches, and all of his pitches have been strikeout pitches today. The two-seamer, the breaking ball, the changeup, and he has gotten strikeouts with all of them.
Two now on David Lowe. Most of the season with their AAA team in Omaha, had a fine season down there. 275, 69 RBIs, and stole 26 bases. And the strikeouts just keep on coming. That's 7 of them now, 6 in a row. Well, we have a chance. Back to the studio we go for Game Break. Here's Ryan Field. All right, Ryan, thank you. Here it is 4-0 in favor of Detroit. Fister has 7 strikeouts, 3 of them looking. And he gets ahead of Escobar. He has struck out 6 consecutive Royals batters. Off the end of the bat foul. 0-2.
He wouldn't make it 7, would he?
He just about might go back-to-back striking out the side here. He did it in the 5th. And he may be about to do it here in the 6th inning.
And he is not known as a strikeout pitcher.
They might start calling him a strikeout pitcher. A swing and a miss by Escobar. 8 strikeouts for Doug Fister. Giavotella, Lowe, and Escobar. He's retired 13 in a row. The last 7 have gone down via the strikeout. Impressive indeed for Doug Fister, and the Tigers lead it 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Mendoza back at the hill, and a wave and a miss by Prince. It'll be Fielder, then Young, then Dirks. Prince had a single to drive in a run his first time up, and he looks at ball 1 outside. 1-1.
That pitch right there was called a strike on Prince last time he was up for strike 3. Exact same location.
High towering fly ball center field. David Lowe going back. Track. Wall to make the catch, and he slams into the wall and holds on.
Get back in the weight room, fella.
Yeah, right.
Look at him shaking his head. He's shaking his head. How can you hit a ball that hard and that far and it be caught?
How about the one he hit last night? It was more of a line drive to center field that Lowe went to get. And this one looked like it might go out.
Look at the Prince. That's a corner.
He wasn't too happy, was he?
Not at all.
1 out here in the 6th. Delman shoots a ground ball foul down the third baseline. Getting word on Eric Hosmer. He left with a right shoulder strain. That's why he departed. And the 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Young. Sac fly, drove in a run back in the first. Ball inside. 2 balls, 1 strike on Delman. Young, 74 RBIs this year. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Mendoza, since giving up that 2-run triple to Quentin Berry in the second, has really settled in. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Delman is out of there. 2 gone.
Don't forget to join us again tomorrow when the Tigers head to Minnesota to take on the Twinkies. Coverage begins at 7:30 with Tigers Live on Fox Sports Detroit. That is Tigers baseball tomorrow at 7:30 right here on Fox Sports Detroit.
5 strikeouts now for Mendoza. Here is Andy Dirks. Andy 1 out of 2 in this game. A single his first time up. He's had a really nice homestand. Dirks with 13 hits on this homestand. Chops that one foul. 1-1.
Got a day off on Saturday.
Fox National.
Yeah. That means you and John Keating, you'll be out there on Friday night, won't you? You'll be out there amongst them.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Last road trip of the year.
No idea. 2-1 the count. Like you won't be out there too. Who you trying to kid? Mendoza ready with the 2-1 pitch. Foul tip. They don't play. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Had it not been for the shoddy defense played behind Mendoza in this game, yeah, he'd be right in this thing. He's made some quality pitches. Get up a few hits, but he's also made some really good pitches today.
Yeah, there's no doubt. 4 errors in this game. That's been the difference. In the air toward left field. Moving toward the line. Gordon still coming in foul ground. Diving. Did he make the play?
That boy can play some defense.
Gordon with a spectacular play down the line. And he held on to the baseball for the out.
He might just win another Gold Glove this year.
Plays like this.
Great
concentration. afternoon. We've talked about the attendance, and the Tigers have gone over 3 million tickets sold at Comerica Park. Third time in franchise history. They did it in 07, they did it in 08, and they've done it this year. Better than 33,000 in attendance here today, and over 3 million for the season. So a tip of the cap to Tigers fans as Alex Gordon leads it off and looks at strike one. They're in the 7th inning now. Fisker has retired 13 straight, and the last 7 have gone down via the strikeouts. And it's 0-2. Gordon, Butler, and then Perez, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Royals. They've had only 1 hit in this game. Got him, strike 3, and Doug Fister has just struck out his 8th consecutive batter, and that is a Tigers record.
A record?
A franchise record. 8 consecutive strikeouts. How about that? We're talking about a history that dates back over 100 years. And a standing O for Fisker. And Chris Fielder says, get off the mound and take a bow. Unbelievable. What a day for Doug Fister. Ball inside to Billy Butler. He's retired 14 consecutive Royals. 8 straight strikeouts. That's in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 2 other Tigers that struck out 7 straight, the previous record, Denny McLain and John Hiller. Bender in for a strike. 1-2.
Crowd wants another strikeout.
Well, do I hear 9 straight? Yes, strike 3 on the outside corner. 9 straight strikeouts. Unbelievable.
It's been a long time since I've seen a starting pitcher go out there with this kind of command. I mean, he has not missed his spot all day long.
A new American League record. And the crowd is eating this up. Strike 1 on Salvador Perez. Strike 2 on Salvador Perez. This is some kind of run. Inside, almost hit him. And the 1-2. Bouncing ball to short. Johnny Peralta throws him out. The crowd is on its feet for Doug Fister.
his professional career just 5 days ago when he shut out the Minnesota Twins. He pitched a complete game. Well, he's at it again. He's even better today. 9 consecutive strikeouts, a new Tigers franchise record, and an American League record. Doug Fister has all his pitches working, whether it be the breaking ball, the two-seamer, the cutter, and also the changeup. That's our bell tire, pitch by pitch.
And in the bottom of the 7th inning, the Tigers sent Johnny Peralta to the plate. Doug Fister missed the major league record by 1 strikeout. Tom Seaver had 10 back in 1970. But it's a new franchise and a new American League record. 1 ball, 1 strikeout, Peralta. $16 in a row as well, retired overall by Fister. A 1-1. Peralta looks at a ball inside. And the 2-1 pitch. 2-2. Tigers got 2 runs in the first, 2 in the second. And both sides have put up nothing but 0 since. In fact, the Royals have only 1 hit today against Doug. Here is Mendoza's 2-2 pitch. Bouncing ball foul. Bottom 3 for the Tigers here in the 7th inning. Peralta, Vila, Infante. Ball low, 3-2 on Johnny. Mendoza, the victim of 4 errors in this game. Otherwise, it might be a whole different feel right now. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Lifted in the air. Shallow center field. Low, got a late jump. Not going to get there, and neither is Escobar. It'll drop in for a base hit.
Not only did Low in center field get a really late break, as he broke back about 2-3 steps. You can see him at the top of your screen. He takes about 2-3 steps back, and then after he recovers, he tries to get there to make the play. Couldn't get close to it.
And Escobar came up hurt. He appears to be okay as he walks back to his position. And here comes the Royals trainer just to make sure.
Detroit Tigers 2012 game used items including bases, bats, jerseys are on sale now. All items are authenticated by Major League Baseball. Call 313-471-2064 or visit tigers.com/authentics. They've already had to have one of their infielders leave the game with a shoulder issue. That was Eric Hosmer, who dove for a ball, and now it's Escobar pointing to his right shoulder.
We're going to give him a chance to air it out here to see if he's all right. That didn't look right. But apparently he didn't need to throw it all that hard. He says, I'm all right. I'll stay in the game. So the Tigers get the leadoff man on here in the 7th. They're ahead 4-0. We'll bring up Alex Avila, who had a single in his last at bat, tried to stretch it to a double and was thrown out by the left fielder Gordon. One ball, no strikes. Tigers today 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Royals 1 run, no runs rather, 1 hit and 4 errors. Here's the 1-0 and it's a strike. 1 ball 1 strike on Avila. For as good as Fister has been today, Mendoza has thrown only 79 pitches of his own. Two balls, 1 strike. Mendoza had retired 7 straight prior to the single by Peralta here in the 7th. And the runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throws from his knees and he'll throw him out. Boy, Perez. He has a gun from his knees behind the plate.
He might have the strongest arm at that position in the American League. A hit and run with Peralta running. Peralta does not steal many bases, and he had plenty of time. But take a look at some of the body of work this year by Perez behind that dish. Already a franchise record 8 pickoffs, and he's been in the big leagues just 1 year for Kansas City. But boy, he's got a quick exchange and he's got a lethal arm.
Looks like Tony Pena on that throw out. There's a swing and a miss.
Good comparison there.
2 gone.
I mean, he can throw.
Impressive looking prospect. 43%. Boy, what an equalizer a guy like this can be.
If you've got a pitching staff that gives him time to throw, it will make opposing managers think twice. And even giving their base stealers the green light to try to steal a base when Perez is behind the dish.
Infante takes strike 1. Omar today single, scored a run back in the 2nd. Tried to check it. 0-2 the count. And that one bounces in. 1-2 on Infante. Tigers, since the 2nd inning when they scored a couple of runs, have just 2 hits in that span. Ground ball to short. Escobar 1 step to his right. Throw is off line and will have a collision at first, but Pena tags him out.
He's not right either. They'll probably take him out of the game too. Escobar.
7 in the books. question of the game. If the Tigers make the playoffs this year, who would you rather face in round one? Is it A, the Yankees, or B, the Texas Rangers? Text ACE, then a space, then A or B to 37338. You'll see the final results on Tigers Live postgame. So here come the Royals now as we head to the 8th inning. Doug Fister has retired 16 consecutive. It'll be Mike Moustakas to lead it off, and he takes a strike. Fister's ratio has been crazy today. I mean, balls and strikes. He's just been pounding the strike zone. Missed with that one. 1 ball and 1 strike.
17 of 24 in first pitch strikes. And then once he gets ahead of the Kansas City Royals, boy, has he been able to expand the strike zone.
That's going to be a fair ball just out of the reach of a diving Prince fielder. Moustakas, extra bases, headed to second. He'll pull in with a double. It is their first hit since the 2nd inning and only their 2nd hit of the game.
The last time Moustakas was up, he threw him a changeup at the top of the zone and struck him out. That was a breaking ball that didn't do a whole lot, and Prince couldn't help him out.
Third double of the year for Moustakas. So the string of 16 in a row comes to an end. Here's Francoeur. He pulls that one fair inside the bag at third. That'll get a run in. Moustakas will score. Francoeur motors to second, and he is in standing up. Back-to-back doubles. 4-1 ball game. 86 thrown by Fister, and to this point the most he has thrown in 1 inning is 14 pitches.
And Tigers starting to stir a little bit now down in their bullpen.
Phil Koch is the lefty. Octavio Dotel is the righty.
It was starting to look like Fister would need nobody today. No help whatsoever.
Back-to-back doubles, and the Tigers have the bullpen working here in the 8th.
And he still might not.
Brian Pena struck out his only at bat back in the 5th. Two and 0. The Royals literally were able to do nothing against Fister until the back-to-back doubles. Reading Fister in this 8th inning. Way inside, and now the count goes to 3-0. Jim Leland, Jeff Jones look on. – 3-0 pitch. In for a strike. 3-1. Fister equaling his season high with 10 strikeouts today. Career high is 13. There's a ground ball. Nice play by Prince at first. Fister covers, advanced the runner, but that is the first out of the inning. High of 92 today, a low of 73. Those readings on Fister, courtesy of Xfinity. Giavotella, a strikeout and a ground out. With a runner at third, 1 out. Ball 1. Irving Falou played in the ball game last night at second base, and Giavotella got the night off, back in there today. Checked it a little bit outside. 2-0 the count.
Doug Fister has at least 1 strikeout of every single Kansas City Royals batter that started in the game today.
Ground ball to third. Cabrera has it there. They'll score the run. Giavotella gets an RBI. 4-2.
I think Miggy is a little bit upset with himself that he did not come home on this play right here. Even though they're conceding the run, he has the ball in his glove now. And if he simply turns his body and fires a strike with his very strong throwing arm to Alex Avila, most definitely they get that out at home plate. I saw the body language of Miggy after he threw the ball over to a fielder to get the out, and also Alex Avila, and I think both were in agreement that he should have gone home there.
Little looper in a shallow left center field. David Lowe has a base hit. 2-out single, and that's going to bring the tying run to the plate. And it looks like Escobar is not going to hit here. Abreu will pick up a bat. Tony Abreu to pinch hit for Escobar, who's coming out of the game. Royals put up 2 here in the 8th. It's a 4-2 ball game. They have the tying run coming to the plate. Fisker allowing 3 hits, 2 runs in this inning. Abreu bats .288. And it gets away from Avila. To the backstop it goes. Lowe will head to second base. One ball, no strikes. It's going to bring the pitching coach out. Jeff Jones coming out. They have ruled that a pass ball.
As soon as the game ends, our coverage will continue with Tigers Live. You will hear from the manager, Jim Leland, as you do every single day, and the players. Plus, we'll break down the game and show you some highlights. Tigers Live immediately after the game here on Fox Sports Detroit.
So Fister now has thrown 97. 1 ball to no strikes on Tony Abreu. He's already thrown 15 in this frame, which is the most in any inning in this game. It's fouled off at home plate, 1-1.
Here's the numbers of Tony Abreu in the minor leagues: .322, 9 homers, 73 driven in with 36 doubles.
And it's driven into right field, a base hit. They're going to send him home. Here comes the throw from Dirks, cut off. It's a pinch hit RBI single for Tony Abreu, and it's a 4-3 ball game.
That's going to be it for Doug.
Leland has no choice now but to go get Fister, who despite this 3-run 8th is going to get himself a big round of applause. It'll be a wall side windows pitching change. Tigers go to the bullpen, and the fans coming to their feet. And a standing O for Doug Fister. Rising here. It's 4-3 in favor of the Tigers with 2 outs in the 8th inning, and Phil Koch will come on. But you look at the pitch, the numbers on the pitcher Fister, 99 thrown in this game, 7 2/3 innings.
Looked like he just ran out of gas there in the 8th inning. Was not commanding the strike zone that he did in the previous 7 innings.
Equaled his season high with 10 strikeouts. The numbers on Phil Koch this year. He'll come on to face Alex Gordon. Gordon is 0 for 3. One for 9 against Phil Koch in his career. Fister got him out 3 times, punched him out twice. And that is slapped foul down the line.
And Gordon batting .244 this season against left-handed pitching. .318 against righties.
And the 0-1. Fouled it off on the check swing. 0-2 on Alex Gordon. Tying run at first base. We're in the 8th inning, 2 outs. RBI double by Francoeur. RBI ground out by Giavatelli. And an RBI single by the pinch hitter Tony Abreu. In the dirt. Good block there by Avila. Keeping that tying run at first base. One ball, 2 strikes. Tigers got 2 in the first, 2 in the second, nothing since. And the 1-2. Ground ball right side, and a diving play there by Infante. What a play by Omar. And the inning is over. They get 3 runs to tighten it up.
KCA.com at bat 12 for your iPhone, iPad, Android, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text at bat 231-826, or you can simply visit Tigers.com for details.
Well, we'll see if the Tigers can rebuild the lead here as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's down to a slender 1 run. 4-3 is our score. Austin Jackson will lead things off. Top of the order coming up. Aaron Crow coming in for Kansas City. So Mendoza done for the day. There's a strike called.
"62 strikeouts for Crow in 61 2/3 innings against 20 base on balls. He's only given up 4 homers all year in 69 ball games.
1 ball, 1 strike on Jackson. Did he go? Yes, said Bill Welke. 1-2 the count. Tony Abreu stays in the game to play short as they take Escobar out of the contest. He was pinch hit for. And the 1-2. And he got him. Strike 3. 1 gone here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Crow gets a strikeout. Coming to you today from Comerica Park in downtown Detroit. Mario and Pemba, Rod Allen, as we play our final home game of the regular season. Mark Isofano, our producer. Brian Moss, our director today. On a nice day for baseball here in the Motor City. Nice day to go up a game and a half. The Tigers can hang on to this one.
Nice Thursday afternoon crowd as well.
Barry sends a ground ball to second. Giavotella on a routine play throws him out. 2 up, 2 down. So here is Miguel Cabrera. One hit today for Miguel. He is 1 for 3. And a strike called. 0-1. Cabrera trying to reach 200 hits for the season, has 196. Couldn't hold up. Didn't need the appeal as Jeff Nelson went up the right hand. 0-2. Joaquin Benoit throwing in the Detroit bullpen. Fouled back out of play. It'll get back out of play as well. Royals have Butler, Perez, Moustakas 2 up, and we get to the top of the 9th. Crow in place of Mendoza, who had 7 innings today. Pitched pretty well for KC. Was the victim of 4 errors. Perez couldn't block that one. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Cabrera goes down on strikes. Crow with a 1-2-3 8th, and we go to the 9th. All that remains here as we check out our Comerica Bank game summary with the Tigers on top 4-3. The Royals committing 4 errors in the first 2 innings, and right now that is literally the difference in this game. Quentin Berry, 2-run triple in the second, and Doug Fister, an American League record 9 consecutive strikeouts. He missed the Major League record by 1, held by Tom Seaver. So it's Joaquin Benoit trying to put this one in the save column.
Papa Grande threw 12 pitches in yesterday's game, so you know he's good to go. Joaquin Benoit has 13 career saves, and he's looking to get his first save since July 22nd against the Chicago White Sox.
And he's going to have to go through Butler, Perez, and Moustakas. As we head to the 9th, 4 runs, 7 hits. Detroit, 3 runs, 5 hits for KC. Billy Butler is 0 for 3 in this game. And ball 1 inside. 1 for 8 in his career against Benoit with 3 strikeouts. Butler waiting on a 1-0. On the outside corner, 1-1. Driven high in the air to right field. This looks like trouble. Dirks is back and it's gone. And Butler has tied the game at 4. An opposite field solo shot. Billy Butler hits number 28.
Closing big league games is not the easiest thing to do. Benoit has been lights out in the 8th inning, but does not get lots of save chances.
Three in the 8th and now 1 here in the 9th, and the Royals have battled back.
That is the 28th home run of this season for Billy Butler, who continues to extend his career high with each one that he hits.
Fouled off by Perez. 104th RBI, his 28th homer. He came in 6th in average, 6th in RBI, 3rd in hits. And we're all tied at 4. That's drilled to center field. Jackson started in. Now he'll go back and run it down. And Perez is out, 1 gone. This game was in absolute cruise control mode with Fister retiring 16 straight. Then the Royals got 3 in the 8th, and now they tied here in the 9th. And as Jim Leland keeps saying over and over, it's tough winning big league games. Now Moustakas. He waves and misses 0-1. Before the game today, Leland said that really the only guy he wanted to stay away with was Al Albuquerque in the bullpen. Everybody else was good to go. The 0-1 pitch, wave and a miss, 0-2. Moustakas in the hole. And the 0-2. Outside, 1-2 on Moustakas. That home run by Butler, the 6th hit of the game for the Royals. Tigers have 7. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Moustakas is out of there. 2 gone.
A good fading changeup there for strike 3. And from Benoit to Moustakas.
Collins and Mazzaro warming up in the bullpen for KC.
Prince Fielder will be leading off for the Tigers, and if it's Collins, Prince has already gotten Collins once this year.
Francoeur sends one down the left field line. That is going to be a foul ball. Leadoff home run by Billy Butler here in the 9th inning, tying it up at 4. One for 6 against Benoit in his career. Here's the 0-1. Missed it outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 2. Takes the pitch about letter high. Francoeur doubled in a run back in the 8th. Also been hit by a pitch in this game. And the 1-2. Lifted back out of play. Brian Pena waiting on deck. And the 1-2. Bouncing ball foul, third base side. Royals could do nothing with Doug Fister for 7 innings. In fact, for the first 7, they had just 1 hit against Fister. Doug retired 16 straight, then back-to-back doubles in the 8th got the Royals offense rolling. They put up a 3 spot to tighten it up, and they have tied it here in the 9th on the Butler homer. Right back to the mound, and Benoit will make the play. That'll end the inning. However, the home run by Butler ties it up. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. Prince Fielder leads it off for Detroit. Fielder will lead things off, and here's our Mazda scouting report as far as games played. Prince at the top of the list with Adam Jones. Ichiro will play later tonight. 156 games. He's played in all of them this year. And we have a new pitcher now. It'll be the little left-hander Tim Collins coming on.
Collins has good stuff. You see the strikeout totals there, 92 and 68 and 2/3 innings. A 3.41 ERA. He's got a fastball that will go anywhere from 93 to 96 miles an hour and an outstanding curveball.
So Collins now will face Prince Fielder, who took it deep earlier this year. He does it again. The game is over. 1 for 3 against him. Homer, strikeout.
Left-handers really have not bothered Prince Fielder all that much this year.
And Prince looks at a strike called. 0-1. Here are those splits on Prince Fielder. 278 against lefties. 6 home runs. Missed it outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fielder, young Dirks here in the 9th. In there, strike called on the outer edge. 1-2.
Prince was sitting on that breaking ball. You can sit on it until you get 2 strikes. Yeah, but now you simply have to look for the baseball.
And a bouncing ball over the head of Collins, and Abreu unable to barehand it. Prince on his way to second, and he's in there on a wide throw, and the Tigers have the winning run at second base, and Prince is fired up.
Look at the big boy hustle. We were talking about him earlier today and how he just leads by example with his aggressive style of baseball. Once it got on the head of Collins, Abreu tried to come in with a do-or-die play. And look at Prince, he never stopped. Coming in hot.
Collins is only 5 feet 7 inches tall, and it cost him on that play.
Love it. He brings that lunch pail to work every single day.
Now the winning run at second base. They're going to walk Delman Young.
Well, you wonder here if Jim is thinking about having Santiago pinch hit for Dirks to get the bunt down. I know Dirks can get a bunt down, but you just wonder if he's thinking along those lines.
They have ruled that Prince hit a double. So there's ball 4. Intentional walk puts 2 men on. Santiago grabs a bat, and he is up there to send the winning run to third base. When you think of Prince Fielder doubles, usually they leave the infield by a wide margin.
Yeah, they're rattling off the gate in left center or right center. Not 5 feet in the center field.
So Santiago is up there to sacrifice, we assume.
In this particular situation, if you're Ramon Santiago, you want the third baseman, Moustakas, to field the bunt. You want him to vacate that third base position, which opens up third base for Prince Fielder to get there. You want to keep it away from Pena over at first base, although Pena really hasn't played a whole lot of first base. It's not like having Aaron Hosmer over at first base.
Bunted right back to the mound. Collins will go to third to get the out there.
Yeah.
Santiago got it down, but much too sharply and much more toward the pitcher than he wanted. 1 out.
You have to get it down the line. You have to make the third baseman come and get it. Once Collins got it with Prince running from second base, they were going to get the easy force play there.
And Collins now will come out of the game. First and second with one out. Back to the bullpen go the Royals. We step aside. 4-4 game of the night. Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Comerica Bank. Strength and stability since 1849. Your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Visit ChevyDetroit.com. See why Chevy drives the Motor City. And by Wallside Windows. Like us on Facebook. Enter the contest for a chance to win great prizes. Well, it's a 4-4 game as we play in the bottom of the ninth. Tigers have two men on with one man out. Peralta getting set to step in against a new pitcher for the Royals, Kelvin Herrera.
Well, they scored the winning run off of Herrera in yesterday's game. It happened to be the bottom of the 8th inning. In that particular game, they'd like to walk him off here in the 9th.
Don Kelly is the pinch runner. He is at second base. And Peralta looks at ball one. 0 for 4 against Herrera. Peralta 1 for 3. 4 runs, 8 hits. Detroit 4 runs, 6 hits. Kansas City. That's it for a strike.
Herrera's got a big arm. His fastball will get up to 102 miles an hour. That last one to Peralta was at 98.
Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Here's a situation where if you're Don Kelly, you know that the kid behind the plate, Perez, has one of the strongest throwing arms for a catcher in the American League, so you can't venture too far off that base. Your secondary lead has to be short.
Inside, 3-1. Herrera, very young. He's only 22 years old.
Kansas City Royals have a decent bullpen. They've got some guys down there with some really good arms.
Ground ball left side. Moustakas bobbles it. And he has no play. Everybody is safe.
Boy, the Royals have played a brutal game today defensively. Their 5th error of the game.
Moustakas has been as good, if not better, than any third baseman in the AL, and he's got 3 errors today. That appeared to be a possible double play ball. Now the winning run moves to third. Bases are loaded. And still only one out. Boy, Herrera got himself the ground ball, but now he's got to dig deep. Here's Avila trying to win it. Fouled back out of play, 0-1. Avila 1 for 3. Single ground out strikeout. Here's the 0-1. Ball inside, 1-1. Ed Yost's team battling back today. They were down 4-0. They've tied it up, but the Tigers 90 feet away from a victory. Outside, 2-1 the count. That bench just wants to spill onto the field. Here's the 2-1. Popped up foul. This will get back into the seats. Now it's 2-2. Fielder led it off with a double. They tried to sacrifice after an intentional walk. They threw Fielder out at third. And then what looked to be a double play ball was booted by Moustakas. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Low, 3-2 with no place to put him. And here comes the crowd. The 3-2. Ground ball. Oh, what a play at first. They'll tag the bag for the out, but that's it. And the run will score. Pena tagged the bag. They couldn't get the out at the plate, and the Tigers win at the bottom of the ninth.
Somebody's going to get a cold shower.
September baseball, man, you gotta love it. A 5-4 Tigers win. Avila hit a bullet down the first base line. Pena did all he could. He just couldn't gather himself to throw home.
How about the at-bat by Prince Fielder, though? The basically infield double by their slugger to start the inning.
And on the last home game of the 2012 season, the Tigers win in the bottom of the ninth and go up a game and a half on the White Sox.
Here's that hit we're talking about, right over the head of Collins, who's the starter. Only 5 feet 7. He jumped as high as he could. He couldn't get there. Abreu came in the game and pinch hit for Escobar last half inning. He couldn't make the play, and a hustling double by Prince Fielder.
And then Avila hit the bullet to first, the game winner, and he is standing by right now with our Justin White.
All right, Mario, thanks a lot. Alex Avila getting some well-deserved congratulations from his teammates. Alex, huge spot, obviously, bases loaded. Take me through the at-bat against Herrera.
Well, I mean, he throws hard and, just trying to look for a pitch up in the zone to get out in the outfield somewhere. He's got a nasty, nasty little 97-mile-an-hour sinker. And, I was able to put a good at-bat together, getting a full count. I knew he had to come in with the strike, and he made a good pitch, too, even though it was a full count. And, I just hit, I guess, in the right spot. And Payne made a great play, but that was a lot of fun.
A wild finish here in the final regular season home game. Doug Fister sets an American League record by striking out 9 consecutive batters. What was it like to be behind the plate for that?
I mean, it was easy. It was, the fingers I put down, he was throwing strikes, throwing it off the plate. We needed to, and just, it was really in sync. And then came out of it a little bit in the 8th inning. Maybe he was a little tired or something, but he threw the ball great today. Gave us a great chance.
There's been a lot of magical moments here at home this season. You guys get the sweep, exactly what you wanted. How big is that heading out on the road now?
That's big. I mean, every game is big at this point.
Alex, thanks a lot for your time. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Alex Avila, the hero today. Back to you.
All right, Justin, thanks very much. Boy, what an exciting day at the ballpark. The final home game of 2012, and the Tigers go up a game and a half. Alex Avila drives in the game winner. Detroit 5, KC 4. Back with more in a moment.